Hello, guys. I welcome you to yet another vlog on my YouTube channel. I just want to thank the Lord for this opportunity that I've been granted today, so is to continue the topic that we have been discussing. Last time we talked about childhood trauma. It is really an important matter in our lives. We have to really talk about it. And today I just am so happy. I'm excited. I'm having this vlog seated on my mother's couch. I'm in the rural areas today, and I'm really grateful to be having this vlog. Yes, in my mother's home. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's just therapy for me. So I'm one of the people who are victims of childhood trauma. My dad passed on when I was really young. I was at the age of 7, and you know how it is like, and being in a family setup which is so difficult. I had to face a lot together with my siblings. So at that age, our Zimbabwean culture, it entails that the inheritance has to be done, it has to be shared. Whatever that has been left by the person, by the deceased person, has to be shared among the people who are supposed to be given the items. So I was a victim of such a system in my mother's land, and I had to be seated with the clothes, the property that has to be shared, like the beds and all stuff. I had to be seated there, and I had to be shared among the things that were supposed to be given to the people who were there. So I grew up thinking that my mother was supposed to fight for me. When you're a child, you always think of maybe saying, these people, they're not even loving me that much. My siblings, my mom, they're just leaving me behind. That kind of thinking that you might have. But later on, I had to know that my mom was still mourning. Mourning my dad is my dad had passed on, so she was mourning. So you know how it is like. So she had no strength, and by that time the laws were not really considered like what is happening now. So she doesn't stood up for herself, saying I need my child and I'll take care of her and all stuff. And she had to leave her work for some years. So I think she had no strength to really fight for me. So I'm the only person who was shared among those things that were supposed to be given to other people. So I feel a victim. My life was really tough. I was taken to some relatives' place, and I thought life was going to be okay for me there. But you know how it is like. The first days everything was okay. We lived in a mansion and everything was there. I still remember I had to know how to use a computer at that home. It was really a good thing. I really loved it. But later on, I got to be denied food. It became a difficult situation for me when I tried to tell my mom, my siblings, that I want to move out from this place. These people would sweet time, everything is okay and all stuff, and there was nothing to do. So I stayed there until I finished my certain level of education in primary level, and I had to move to secondary school. And but it was really difficult for me by that time that I lived with those relatives. So I had moments. So you know how it is like being denied food. It was something else for me. So the time I spent there, I spent almost about good 5 years there, you know. And I thought I have been abandoned. Yes, I would think that my mom is sort of like a bad person, but no, he wasn't a bad person. I had to understand later when I was now having a good mindset, you know. So I grew up saying my dad did a bad thing leaving me, because I was living a life that I wouldn't want to live, you know, the life that I would appreciate, being pampered, you know, getting yogurt, getting all the things that I would want from a date, from my mom. Yeah, and mostly even from my siblings, they would take care of me. So there wasn't that sibling love that I could get. There was no father love. My father was absent. He had died, and I thought it was a choice that he did, you know. Being young, you don't really know what really transpired, you know, you really don't know, understand that death happens, you know. Then I would always think of my dad. I never got the chance to have that kind of a love that I could get from my father, and also from my mom. Yeah, because I never stayed with her for that long. So it was quite disturbing, and it even disturbed my whole upbringing, because I would think these people, they don't really love me. But it happened just because my dad had left us. Then I started to love again, to feel the love, you know. And it disturbed me a lot in terms of having meaningful relationships. I would think that when we get to have a relationship that is not working out, I would think that it's me who have got the problem. But maybe the guy is the one who is doing the things that are not meant to be done. I would think that I'm wrong. I would take the blame. I would be guilt myself, until a certain time that I had to stand firm for myself. I had to know that no, this is not me. Yes, I'm not getting the kind of love, you know. I would not even appreciate most of the times that I'm being loved here, because I just thought that love doesn't exist, you know. It really affected me on relationships, be it friendship, be it the normal romantic relationships that we get, you know, that kind of relationships where love, affection is to be affected in. It really affected me, because I really didn't understand this concept. I didn't believe that people would love you meaningfully, because I'm the only person who will be ushering out that kind of love, you know, the genuine kind of love. And I wouldn't get it back, even from my siblings. At times I wouldn't get it from them. So it was really something that I thought I had to give it all. I have to give my all, so that people would see it, people would appreciate me, because I had lived a life that was really difficult. So I came to terms to understand, to get the kind of therapy that I wanted, and I became a good person. I stand up for myself. I love myself a lot. Love starts from within. That's what I really learned from my childhood trauma, that love starts from within, and I have to vent out. I have to talk to someone and let it go and become a wholesome person again. That's what I did. So it really helped me, and I'm talking to someone today. You need to make sure that that inner part that is within your mind, what you really hidden from from that, in that particular part of the mind, you know, you have to let it out. You have to make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do. You have to understand that everything starts within you, and you have to believe in God. You have to remove whatever that happened in your past, because it's not only the childhood trauma that we always face, but there are a lot of traumas that we can have in our lives. You know, we can get it from work, we can get it from friends, we can get it from marriages, we can get it from anywhere. You can get it. So you need to work out on that particular part of the mind where something is really hidden, because we have got the unconscious mind, we have got the conscious mind, and we have got a lot, you know, types of mindsets. So you need to make sure that everything is handled well. If you don't handle well the childhood trauma, it will just follow into everything that you're doing, be it in business, be it in a relationship. You can get problems in your own marriage, in your own relationship. When you're doing courtship, it will be difficult for you. So you really need to deal with it before it deals with you. So that is my word today. Let us meet in our next vlog, where we're going to talk more about other stuff. I thank you.